to historic Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Cincinnati Bearcats. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down at the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Buffalo head coach before the game. This wide receiver has been unstoppable all season. He will be a huge part of their game plan today. The quarterback might be young, but they have put some things into their offensive game plan to make sure they're able to get the ball to their star player. He's been tearing up defenses all season long. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Coming out with it, it's Payne. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bearcats' offense will be first on the attack. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Hits the hole. It's Perry. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Tells to run, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Dropping back, it's French. They're all over him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Colorado's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Richard Young, he's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Offense in a bunch formation. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air. It's French. Looking long. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! He's got it on the outside. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns it upfield. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
A huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Punt is on its way. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Throwing, Lewis. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The run inside. It's Young. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Throws it back. Makes the grab inside the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Buffaloes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Tries to do it himself. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. The Bearcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Buffs. A great catch and run for 6.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Cincinnati, 0. Number 65, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Right side, it's Grover. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football.
Picked off.
Intercepted by Colorado. And they'll take over.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Lewis. In the backfield, it's Young. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Lewis to throw. Out wide left, it's Atkins. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Left side is Perry. And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the red zone, it's Young. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling. Touchdown, Colorado! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Cincinnati, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Hits inside, it's Young. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Throwing, Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Right down the middle. It's caught. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Moore. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air again, Lewis. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Rush is on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Looking downfield, it's French. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Now Cincinnati spends its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
QB starts the ball. play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perry. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 12 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Right side, it's Perry. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here comes the heat. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Caught on the RPO. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Keep it on the ground. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Under pressure. Working the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They give it back to him. Stop right there.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They'll go to the counter. Just smothered on the play. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Looking to throw, it's French. He wants to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Perry. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing strong.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, They've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to...
Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Driven back.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass, it's French. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Off-play action, on the move, and down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. Making his first move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Lewis. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Tries to get it himself. And some great fourth down defense against the run. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cincinnati sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point.
Makes the grab in their space. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They were all over it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Sets his feet. It's French. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Here's Lewis to throw. Back's got it on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab down the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Got it behind the line. It's Atkins. The Bearcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Throwing, Lewis. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Out wide right, it's Henry. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a 2-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Dropping back, it's French. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback, break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Right side, it's Moore. There he goes. Good pickup on that play. Let's give him 9 on that one, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Quick give. It's Young. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the ground. He's got it again. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. Now Cincinnati spends its final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running inside. It's Young. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.